Hello, hello, and welcome back. We are taking way too long to explore the outer areas of the shadows. So, we need to take a little sleep. I think we have to check in with everyone, just because I see Astarion has something to say. And other people might have just little comments also.
You know, I feel a connection between us.
Come on, man.
Like we're two souls walking the same path.
Literally speaking, that is correct.
You're naive in the ways of the world, but I see promise in you. Ambition.
Can you elaborate, sir?
Just that you have a big heart. You like doing what's right. So I was thinking, what would be the right thing to do when we get to Moonrise Towers? When we come face to face with whoever is controlling the parasites in our heads?
Yeah, that control is probably not coming from Moonrise.
God! Try to think outside the box just a little. Consider the parasites in our skulls, and think how many others have the mind flayers infected. Hundreds. Thousands. And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield.
You see Scratch right there. Chillin'. No, Astarion, you're a little too power hungry for me. Maybe when I do my evil playthrough, me and you can be mischievous together. But not now, not this run.
Power is just a tool. It's people that are good or evil. And even they can be a little bit,
Generally speaking, I would agree with you in
there's
that
an
instance.
opportunity here. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe. And liberate the world from this evil. So much for thinking you had ambition.
Nope, pure run.
Still, we're not there yet.
I am a pure girl.
Maybe you'll see the light. Yet.
Anything else?
So, the untouchable Karlak is untouchable no more. I'd shake her hand, but she can still snap me in two, so probably safest to skip it.
I know well the pain of seeing your life's hourglass running empty. Grasping at any means of slowing the grains as they slip inexorably through your fingers. Karlak's fate may be ordained, but her actions are not. She will make each breath count. We can be sure of that.
Mm-hmm.
I do enjoy our conversation.
I think we had Shadowheart before.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us.
For the little comments.
Did you want something?
Always makes my day better. Soldier? Like I got something back. Something I've wanted for a really long time. When I touched you, I felt like a real person. My heart was racing, but I didn't hurt you. I don't have to be afraid of myself anymore. I don't have to hold back. Not sure the world's ready for unleashed Karlak, but it's getting it anyway. Thanks to Dammon. Thanks to you. Thanks to fate.
Quick reminder, it was just a hug. Homegirl has been through a lot and she needed that hug.
Touch! Touch everything! Touch everyone that'll let me. Shake hands, dance a waltz, maybe even kiss a face or two if I find a good candidate. The world's my funhouse. Me too, soldier. Gods, me too. For every knock we take, I feel like I get a little treat just to keep me going.
Okay, and I won't make her think about the downsides of that. Cross that bridge when we come to it.
How beautiful it must be to know you can hold a hand, caress a cheek after going so long without. We'll get Karlak fixed up, right? There's always a way. There has to be.
Yes, there is, because everyone has a messed up body. Technically, except for Lae'zel.
If death is soon to take Karlak, she should make every moment as rich as the last. Fight viciously, roar loudly, step boldly. She must make herself known.
You can admire that. Volo, do we even need to bother with you? See, Halcyon is definitely chilling with everyone at the inn. Can I trade with you?
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
When you heal a creature, you gain 24 bonus attack rolls and saving throws. Shadow, what do you... We can get that for you. Because why not? That'll be very useful, actually. I'm surprised. All right, let's head to sleep.
Don't say a word.
Oh.
Just listen.
Hi, honey. What's up?
A parasite grips my mind. My own people hunt me. But I am gnawed by an even grip you.
Oop, I didn't mean to right click. Oh, okay.
My thoughts are hallowed ground. Yet you've crawled your way in, uninvited.
I'm listening.
Possessed by the ground under your feet and the wind over your head. I see your face just before I sleep and after I wake. I ask myself, are you worthy? Shakphone Ashtu. There is only one way for you to prove it.
Why is the music suddenly super loud? Slaying our enemies in coldest blood.
A fine sentiment, but I require more. We fight. I test you in battle. Dance with me. Bleed with me. Bruise me.
Damn,
so that you
girl.
won't possess me.
This is a very drow response, but I'm not going to go with that one. I'm going to go for the first one.
Go on. Best me.
Oh, we're going to do an actual fight. Let me knock down the music real quick because this is... That was suspiciously loud. Well, where are you? Gotta make sure that's on. Then what we're gonna do is... Locked in single combat. I like that. Action. Bonus action. Oh, I forgot you have that. Haha! Haha! You can't touch me! Try again! Oh, maybe I should have chose that second dialogue option after all. Are you worthy of me? But still, what I have applied is not enough. So let's do accuracy. No poisons. No bleeding. Just pure thwacking.
Yes, just like that.
Oh! Okay.
Incredible.
Oh great, the music is loud as shit again. What is going on with that music? Ruining the moment. And I'm not gonna be rude.
I should be humiliated. I should know the shame of defeat. I am Lae'zel. But you are just still.
Oh, she complimented me.
You were stronger. I was steel. And you were silver.
That's a good compliment.
You are mine. Say the words.
I shall say the words.
Show me. Jacques Fonashdu, source of my bruises.
Oh, the hands weren't fixed. That was actually kind of cute. Like, okay, so comparatively, I am a Trek fan. I have seen nearly everything. And I have a great respect for the Klingons, where they were, where they are, how they've been written in the past and now. So I think that stems into the way I see Lae'zel. And I don't know, I'm actually enjoying this.
Speak your mind. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Oh, I guess it's official now.
Exquisite, isn't it? The pain is a mutual promise branded on our flesh and bone. Inside your every wound lives my obsession. Inside my every wound lives your passion.
Okay, that was strangely poetic. I actually really liked that. Okay, I guess we'll just do this since it's here.
Now. If it weren't apparent, it should be. I'm not keen on such outward displays of our flesh bond.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Let me return the energy she's given me with this and see if I can do it successfully. I did not. Now I feel like a fool for failing it. Charisma! Okay. Very much worth the inspiration points.
Come. Let me taste.
I was expecting something a little more substantial instead of a peck, but okay.
Speak your mind. I'm listening.
Alright. Progression. It's what I've been waiting for, honestly. I think dog has found something.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you.
See, I don't understand. Why is it a bag, and then after we take it, you tell us what it
His
is?
tongue lolls out happily.
Like a
his
torch?
tail wagging even faster.
Because honestly, depending on what it is, I can just let him keep it. And you're still bugged.
Well met.
Copper for your thoughts.
And so I guess no one has any comments. That's good. All right, let's head back. We have slept plenty. Oh, hello.
Your cheeks are flush. There's a twinkle in your eye.
Oh my God,
I
Gale!
think I am no longer the cause.
You were never the
Lae'zel.
cause.
I could scarcely believe it at first. But I've seen the glances you share, the way you lean into each other's whispers. There is something between you two.
Has it not been apparent since day one?
To forgive Yankee warrior takes a good deal of courage. I can only think what you share must be quite serious to brave such a task. I, thought you would show me the respect of telling me first, but no matter. You can tell me now. Who is it to be? Me or her?
Okay, this has to be a bug? This makes no sense. We never did anything together, Gale. I mean, you showed me magic that one night. I thought that was cool. And then, you know, at the very end, when the option looked like we could go further, I was like, nah, thank you, but I need to go. And it's like, we haven't done anything else. I know I have high approval with you, probably just from everything else we've done, but what is this? We were never a thing, Gale. See, now you're just getting hurt for no reason. I really didn't. I did not know.
Perhaps I should have done more. Be more charming, more flattering, harder to reach. But I was only myself,
Yeah, and I like you. You're my friend.
and sometimes that isn't enough.
You had like one really strong flirt
decision.
moment
I will accept it.
at Last Light, but that was
You
it.
must choose. You cannot have us both.
Why? Leave. Oh my God. We aren't involved.
Don't apologize. You must not deny your heart's desire. I would not want you to. I won't leave. Not unless you want me to, or until fate forces my hand. If your friendship is all we have, then I will be happy to have it.
Ah. Would you have rather me ignored you? Like, come on. We didn't do anything special to warrant this. This has to be some kind of bug. This is weird.
Worry not. I carry my regrets wherever I go, and I'm used to their weight. One more will not break my back.
Oh man, anyone else feeling a little betrayed? I'll tell y'all no too. Okay, now we're close to leveling up. I tried to wander around for a quick fight, wasn't gonna happen. So now we're up in new territory, and we found this guy. Actually, there was a book. Hold on. Yeah, Trucial Cordis. Day 4, scouting mission. Reached out. Village. Storming sunset with the shadows. Must have been pursued. Prepare to create light barrier protection against lurking monsters. May the episode guide me. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing. Okay. I did see we could talk to this person, so let's talk to them.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
To water deep born, to moonrise cold.
Right.
Wizard, General Thorn's favored. Trapped shadow mastiffs, repels them with flame.
Sounds like the mastiffs are still here, beyond the light.
Spell. Continual flame.
Continual flame. An unquenchable light. Oh, costs a queen's crown worth of ruby dust to summon.
Really?
Destroy torches.
The spell's power wanes.
Looks like we'll get the fight we need after all to level up. Okie dokie. Symbiote.
At the ready.
Gale, I still no. Turn that off. Still need you for this.
Never a dull moment. What path lies before me?
Got a lot of these up. Hello. Haha, Shadowfell. Wait, no, hold on. Shadow Veil. Ooh, you're pretty gnarly looking. Okay, so, like, general premise. Animals that get stuck in the Shadowfell, I mean, they can find ways to come out. But, like, if you are stuck in there for such a long time, you will start transforming like we saw that kid. So he's probably recent, either, like, recent days or recent years, I guess. But in general, you will become like this. You will be a shadow monster. You will transform and then become a native of that land. So, more than likely, once upon a time, a bunch of mastiffs got stuck in there. So, Shadow Veil condition. Because it is lightly or heavily obscure, this entity is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, / really? Knockdown jaws. Shadow blend. We're gonna need Shadow to apply daylight here in a moment. For now. Concentration. Ooh, the magic that I put on me is now gone.
Another fight. Let's go.
Oh, the alpha's right there. I guess I'll hit you first.
Think you can take me on?
one, so I'll let my main girl handle that. There are multiples, so back here we got one. Let's give this a try. We didn't really get to try it the one time we actually did use it. And then after that, can we get you to this? Okay, good. You should be awesome. We'll go stand in front of you, and the next melee should get you. Really? Okay. What? Oh, because there's no light. Huh. A good example of, yeah. Daylight. There you are. Man, Gale, why you gotta get hit? Oh, wait. Gotta toggle that again. So we still have all of our other damage rolling. Alpha down. Oh, we got a ring. Shadow cloaked ring, uncommon. Shadow Thief. The wearer's weapon and unarmed attacks deal additional 1d4 damage against lightly or heavily obscured creatures and creatures made of shadow. This is really interesting, actually. Even in the brightest light, this ring never gleams, as if perpetually wrapped in shadow, hungry for the dark. I actually really like the way this ring sounds. Let me just re-look at my ring. So, basic 2 acid damage, and then while concentrating 1d4. Versus this new one is a 1d4 against lightly or heavily obscured creatures. Creatures made of shadow. So this would be a very unique use. We can't do that right now because we're in combat. I mean, I guess we can use it in certain instances, but I don't see it being particularly useful without setup. Oh, that's some doo-doo. Probably can't put them to sleep. I'll just strike.
I'm heating up.
All right, homegirl. I don't think you need to do special attacks, so just give him some whacks. 1 whack, okay.
Heading out.
Awesome, everyone's popping off with levels. Leave Gale alone. He's heartbroken right now. Honestly, Gale, just go have a chat with Karlach. She's nice. I'm sure y'all will like each other. She kind of needs someone right now, and it can't be me.
Onward. Need to find a way forward.
That was a crit? Huh.
Victory is assured.
There we go. Everyone leveled up except for Shadow. Why was... Really? You're like right there. 69. Oh man.
All right. What now?
to my feet.
Well, let's take a look at our levels. Because so I'm honestly fine with my druid levels as they are. I don't want to progress them. I don't want extra spells. They're honestly fine the way they are. Especially since some of them are doubling up. Do I get a second one? I get a second one. Ooh. So Ranger Knight just getting reacquainted. Gain proficiency in... I could have been doing this the whole time. Gosh, day one and I wasn't even thinking about heavy armor. Like I was, but I wasn't planning on like where to get one. I could have been doing this differently. But then again, I am making use of my dex. Ugh, I may have to reset things later. But for now, not really a big issue. So let's figure out what we want to do next. The enemies are Holy Order, Proficiency, Religion, and Sacred Flame. Okay, Mage Breaker, Arcana and True Strike. Yeah, Keeper of the Veil. So Arcana, Protection from Good and Evil. Bounty Hunter, Investigation. Creatures you hit with Ensnaring Strike have disadvantage on their saving throws. We do have it now. I guess I'll try this. All right, Natural Explorer. Oh, we can double up on this. So Urban Tracker, Sleight of Hand, don't really need it. Find Familiar with expanding a cell slot. It's not really an issue. Guess we'll just do Poison because we haven't really come across Cold yet. Anything we want to swap? Probably not. Like, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with what I have. Yeah, I'm happy with that the way it is. Probably have to retweak it later, but still, I completely forgot about that. I've been doing medium armor this whole time. I mean, I'm still pretty happy with it. That's a good 19 for medium. I mean, comparatively, like what? We have this heavy armor. Same thing, technically. I probably should do some housekeeping later and reorient some stuff. For now, they're comparable, and the passives are technically better. And considering we're still in the shadow, we're probably going to be fighting more shadow stuff. So I'm going to swap the acid ring for that, just to get a little bit more out of it. Get me, boy. Big brain. Get bigger. Oh, I made this a little too even. Wizard. Ooh. What should we give you? The actual lightning bolt spell is here. Huh. Blink. This occurs. Let's go ahead and give you Fireball as one of those, just obligatory. Honestly, it might be... We really do use you for control and other support spells, so the Sleet Storm would be a good one to have. We don't ever use Ice Knife. We really don't. Put Sleet Storm up there. No, use Mage Armor, so put Fire up there. That should be fine. Oh, but it's giving us more prepared spells. Oh, it auto-swapped everything. I don't like that. Get that back. Don't really need Fog Cloud. That should be fine. Okay, so I'm still not a fan of these, honestly. Raging more isn't really an issue. Over here, you just start getting spells. You already have what you need, so I guess we gotta... I'm gonna stick with this. Now we need 69 little bitty XP for Shadow to level up. Because for some reason you're behind. You shouldn't be. Let's see. So we have this. It's a bit annoying. You're too weak to shove people in general anyways. Let's move you there.
Seek and you shall find me.
Gale, I'll have to fix you later. I don't want to do that right now.
Wanna dance?
And I'm not keen on using that new stuff. Not yet, at the very least. So, let's move on.
What to do?
Spent way too much time here.
Seen everything.
Potter's... What, how do I... Oh yeah, we found the key for that. So let's get in there. Oh, hello. Another quick fight. Measle. The hell is this thing? Human Measle. What even is this thing? It's like Gollum's hairy ass cousin. Sorry, Shadow.
No choice but to keep going.
Okay, and then I think I'm okay with this. Oh, we got a lot of light out of that. Even if it's not the right kind. Okay, so let's just jump back here so we can get disadvantage swings on the enemies. And then Alec. Oh, wait, you're level 5. Y'all are 5s. I probably shouldn't be goofing off. They kind of stay where they are. I can just have Shadow do her beam. Wait, did you just kidnap her? What?
Ready.
You kidnapped her. What? Garroting? Strangling a creature with a garrote. Moving more than 5 meters away from the creature will break the garrote.
Moving.
The hell was that? Well? Huh. Okay. Didn't really get to do what I wanted to do. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to click. My finger clicked when it shouldn't have. Oh no, oh no. Time to hide.
God, it's hot in here.
Yeah, girl, it's hot. Of course you would. Oh wait, it actually worked this time. You got 11 temps out of that. That's good. Because every time it's happened in the past, it would only give you 1. Ew, 2 big swings and you're not down.
Nothing will stand in my way.
I think we should be just good to do a regular swing. Is that working? I can't tell if that's working. I think it is. 942. I don't think it's working. I guess you're technically not shadow creature. Aw, it's probably going to be really strict about what's considered a shadow creature. Can you stop kidnapping my people? Okay. Homegirl, finish this off.
Let's end this.
Since they're ignoring you.
Allow me.
Now he's safe.
May it please, Mistra.
Still breathing, despite everything. These boots have seen everything.
I guess to make a good use out of that new ring, I would really need to be using darkness more often, because that'll also be a concentration.
Ooh, fun.
There we go. All right, Shadow, let's see what you got. Yeah, so we're holding with Cleric. We don't gotta get your Paladin portion up. You have plenty. Oh. Maybe we can retire that helmet finally, just because we finally have this. Dude, that's a mess. 1 gold.
Let's have a look.
These things were strange. Mildly terrifying because of the Garrote teleporting. Like, I fully expected them to chuck my people off the edge, which I guess they never got around to doing. That's just cheat. Yeah, because we got the key for that. It's a very simple note. Idle Saluna. Oh, we got another one. We have 2 now, technically.
Saluna idol, really? Are you in need of a paperweight?
Maybe. Okay, luminous gloves. Radiating orb gloves. When the wearer deals radiant damage, receive 1 turn of radiant orb. Extra saving throw. Radiant orb. Affected entity has -1 to attack rolls per remaining turn. It also sheds bright light in an area surrounding it. I don't understand. So when the wearer deals radiant damage, they receive a round of radiant orb. And if you have radiant orb, you have -1 to attack rolls. The pads of each fingertip shine from the fabric with a harsh glow. Is this just to emit light at the cost of... Huh? I mean, Karlach has that helmet, but you have that for damage. Doesn't seem beneficial.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Better than nothing. One day, I'll catch a break.
We keep exploring over here.
Trap. Be cautious.
Of course, of course. Oh. Really? You shut up. Don't laugh at me. That wasn't much. Hopper interrogation script. Your name, dull timber, farmer, potatoes. Okay. Yeah, we're interrogating a farmer. Get a locked chest hidden. Ring of Twilight. Shredder by Twilight. You gain +1 bonus to armor class while obscured. Interesting. Kind of adds more to the whole shadow thingy that I mentioned, but we're not about that playstyle now, are we? Is this the other way back into the... Oh, wait, hold on. Where are we? Oh, that's across the... Okay. Is there stuff over there we got to look at too, and right there? I feel like there's going to be a lot happening over there, so we're not going to touch that right now. Gosh, there's a lot to explore. Another dead Githyanki. Oh, cool. Oh. Another inscribed slate. That's just a way back home. Oop, nope. Don't need this with us, honestly. Give that to Karlak. Letter of surrender. Oh, wait, we had that other note. I gotta read that. Moon Maiden, protect those of us who would not turn from you, no matter the consequences in this short life. Keep these artifacts of our devotion until such a time as we may only open and fuse our spirits with your white light once more. Grant cunning to my brother Halfred in his efforts to conceal the rest of your relics. Let the name Last Light not be a portent. Let your moon glow continue forever and fill our hearts. Oh, huh. And then Jennifer Thorn is with a heavy heart that I must announce the surrender of the Harper forces and its allies to your Darkest army under unanimous agreement. What? Harpers work against villainy and wickedness wherever they find it. So states our code, and so here have we acted. But I also know all too well how the statement continues. But they work ever mindful of the consequences of what they do. We cannot be party to the suffering of the people of Wraithwin, and indeed of the great loss of life that this war will visit upon the Sword Coast, and perhaps beyond it. So it is written, and let it be done. Kelben Arunson, on behalf of the High Harper Council and its allies. 2 words are slashed across the bottom of the scroll, surrender declined. Why is that name familiar? Kelben. Wait, Blackstaff? Yeah, I thought that name was familiar. He was a fairly known figure. Especially in Waterdeep. I had forgotten about him entirely. And wasn't he supposed to have become another Chosen? This seems like an ill decision on his part.
Dark justiciars who fell long ago in service of Shah and Ketheric Thorn.
Okay, so that's another bridge to the other side. Is there a whole city here? Instead of just the tower? Is that Wraithwin? Wraithwin? Oh boy.
Fallen members of the Emerald Enclave. Casualties in the war against Ketheric Thorn years past.
Okay, what's down here?
You see an old boot balanced upside down on a cobbler's knee as he taps the final nail into the new sole. Cudder's knee.
Strange.
Is that wrong? I thought he had better sense than this.
What? Boy? What are you doing out here? Because actual shadow creature, shadow cursed. Okay, is the ring gonna work now? Like, homie, WTF. Well, for the sake of control. Can't be restrained. Oh my, okay, so then I would have wasted that if I tried that. Product, no, you have resistance. This is, oh man. You dumb. Okay, fine, symbiote. Oh wait, no, I am stupid. Immune to necrotic. And I can't even examine you. God, this thing. They really made these shades actually creepy as shit. Did you just strength? Oh. Where did you go? If we loot those things, definitely will bring a bunch of monsters here. Hiding in the shadows. Can y'all leave him alone? This is not good. This is honestly not good.
Covered.
Everyone's so far away. Advantage. Nuke him. Hallelujah. You're too far away. Oh, you can do it. Okay, that should help a little bit too.
What should I do? Got to press on.
Can't even reach that. You can see this creature. Not enough movement. Oi! Are y'all blocking? You're blocking the way. Okay. So I think we can just walk up and just whack it.
Should get started.
Yeah, of course you're immune to bleeding. Because you don't got blood. We are doing no extra damage. Those are just pure 8s. So, I mean, I know our concentration's gone, but... Okay, so you're immune to necrotic. And then this thing... You're made of shadow. Are you working? Yeah, you won't work.
Knight to King 5.
Now you're dead.
God damn it all! I can do nothing right! Not a damn thing!
You might be correct. No! Ah. Fine. One sorcerer to another. Give him your wisdom.
I don't care about me, you jumped up apprentice. I came here to save Cal and Leah. Instead, I found myself cornered by shadow fiends and in need of rescue. From you, of all bloody people.
I mean, don't be stupid. Oh, look, wizard, good.
But what good am I if I can't do this? This one thing. I've failed Cal and Leah again. Be on your way. I'll return to Last Light. I know when I'm outmatched.
Homie, you gotta focus on getting stronger, because right now, you're not.
Is that blood? No.
She was a healer, trying to aid the wounded in the battle against the Sharans. But there were so many.
I feel that. That I feel.
You sensed that this one was once a fisherman, taught by his father.
Let's see what this does.
You sense a faded memory of marching in an army against Ketheric Thorn. Victory seemed possible then.
Open up.
Okay, well. Let's deal with these ravens.
No trap.
Oh, no trap.
Another step forward.
What I wonder. Nope, damn.
Can't keep me out.
And this is just another path into this place. I think we're almost done exploring the outer area.
I've got a long road ahead.
Okay, we should be almost done exploring before heading into the city looking area. There's nothing here, buddy. Interesting. Maybe there's another way up here. Maybe not.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
I think Featherfall would probably actually work with jumping.
Let's move.
Maybe not. Oh well.
Ancient.
Oh, you okay? Oh, y'all can't get up here.
At the ready. Something good here. Hope.
Fallen druids of the Emerald Enclave. They died trying to stop Ketheric Thorn long ago.
Rest in peace, my kin. Hmm.
Come on, open up.
How sad. So, yeah, you were looking over here.
Here goes nothing.
Oh, great. Gale and the dogs. Y'all always get stuck in places together. I don't know why y'all are constantly getting stuck. Nothing up here. Alright, cool. We've practically explored everything out here. Everything we could possibly reach. And of course, up there technically took us back to the forge. All this is expanded upon. This will take us to the other side. So let's head back to Light's Inn and see about those pathways. Yeah, y'all are gonna be rude to my dogs. So let's head down. Oh, hello. What are y'all doing? Doggos, y'all stay over here.
I thought we were safe here. More fool me.
What's up for discussion?
Watch our back, and we'll watch yours.
Homie, I think I'll be good without y'all.
We need to end this quickly, before the shadows break through again.
I guess they just made a vigil to whatever just happened with the attack. Are you fishing?
An honor to battle at your side. Jaheira is right to trust in you.
Thank you. Oh, I guess this wasn't a path over. It was just a little nook.
Look after you and yours. We've lost too many good souls as it is.
I feel your struggle, my friend. I do.
Do you trust Jaheira? Give it time.
Okay, so this is one of the areas. We haven't been out here yet. Seems suspicious. Huh, this feels like it should be something. Looks mysterious. You find something? What did you find? Nothing's happening. Shadow? Whoa! Okay, that was strange. Alright. New area north of Last Light.
Victims of the Shadow Curse. At least they were afforded a burial.
Oh, this is a grave site. I'm not looting these graves. Oh, but those are open. Somebody else already robbed them. Well, barring any special finds on the graves, which I am not going to do. Why would y'all trap the bridge over to here?
I can't.
I'll go take a look at that. Maybe there's a sliver here that we missed. Definitely, I see some building over there. And then when we're done looking at that, we can call this episode a day. It is taking way too long to explore. It really is. Wolf, you're always getting caught on something. Turn back up. Once. Up ahead, the shadow curse hangs thick, its dark tendrils curling, snuffing out all light and life. Even those with oil-smeared torches are not safe. Turn back now. Okay. What? Why are you stuck? Come on, buddy. What do you mean you can't get there? That's... Larian, if y'all come across this video, please make pathing for beast pets easier. He is constantly getting stuck. He really is.
Still breathing, despite everything. Don't waste a step.
Somebody screaming? I can't really go over there. Interesting. Where's to climb down? And the shadow keeps putting it out. Oh. Aww. Gold ring. A date was once engraved from the inside of this ring, but most of it has long since been worn away by time. These I won't take. But I might lay down with you. Oh my goodness. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us.
Always. Okay, this I will open. No. Penumbral armor. While obscured, the wearer gains 3 bonus stealth checks. One of the relics of Deep Duera's rebellious children. Knitted art thou for the... Oh. Didn't we already find another version of this with that same text? Interesting. What's down here? Oh, that's not a climb. That's an actual zone transition. What is that over there? What is that? Mean luck?
Better not be cursed.
Don't tell me this is like some underground way to get to the city. Oh, I think it is.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Coruscation ring, arcane radiance. When the wearer deals spell damage while illuminated by a light source, they also inflict a radiant orb upon the target. Okay, now that makes sense, because they will be imposing negative on their attack rolls. Provocative light blooms from the engraved contours of this ring. This might be a whole ass dungeon. Okay, well, I have a feeling this is going to lead us into the city area, or it might just be a big-ish dungeon. So we're going to end the episode right here for right now. If you like this content, please remember to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, y'all stay safe out there.